everyone, and welcome back. Today we have a different kind of topic. Sometimes we just feel like doing nothing at all, right? Sometimes we're just either angry, upset, little depressed. It happens. Today I'm going to share some of the things that I find comfort in when I am feeling this way. So let's get into the video, shall we? What brings me comfort when I am not feeling the best? So we're going to start off with a creative outlet. There are times when I feel like just doing something artsy and wanting to let it all out. Whether that is painting or writing or what I have recently started doing. I had bought a couple of diamond art kits from my local bookshop and have completed one of those. But I also bought another one from my local Kmart, this one being a beautiful flower, and that has helped tremendously. I mean, I'm a creative person. I like to write, I like to do art. I may not be good at it, but it's just something I like to do to get my either frustration out or to make me feel better. The first one that I did was of a unicorn. Music is one of my favorite things. I can't play an instrument, I can't sing to save my life, but I do love all different kinds of music, and this brings me comfort. Whether that's Australian rock, Japanese rock or pop, or, as I have found over the past year, some heavy metal. All of this just makes me feel better. It helps me get my feeling, it just helps me get it out. So a couple of artists in particular that actually help me get through certain things are bands like One OK Rock from Japan, or just cranking up Australian rock like AC/DC or Jimmy Barnes or Cold Chisel, or even Queen on David Bowie up very, very loudly. It's just something I like. I have been a David Bowie fan and a Queen fan. I grew up with them. I grew up with most of these. I have my own sets that make me feel better. But sometimes you just need some classic rock to get you through your emotional state. And there's nothing wrong with that. As you may know for one of my series on this channel, I'm a gamer. And one of the things that brings me comfort is certain types of games, mostly RPGs. For instance, I've got a new one downloading right now called Sea of Stars, inspired by old Japanese 8-bit game, 16-bit. I think it's 16-bit games from the late 80s and the early 90s. It looks really cool, and I'm hoping that that's going to be one of the comfort. And I do hope that that's going to be one of my comfort games for the following month of September. And while we're on the entertainment sphere, let's talk about reading. One of the things that brings me comfort and makes me feel good is reading. Mostly fantasy. Think something like Travis Baldry's Legends and Lattes. Or softer fantasies like Six Crimson Cranes. And this is going to sound a bit weird. The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne actually does bring me a bit of comfort. Because Nordic settings and basing things around Nordic myths is actually one of my happy places. And speaking of that, we're going to move away from books and games to something a little more relatable. Just one moment while I go get it. So, like a lot of people, I love animals. And if you've watched this channel before, in a particular video, I've said that I've got a Chihuahua and 2 cats. So one of the things that universally brings a lot of people comfort and joy is our animals. So sometimes when you're feeling low and you just need some comfort, forgive the plane up ahead, you just need animal cuddles. Animals really are the best thing to have around, especially the doggies, when you're not feeling the best. That is what brought me comfort after my dad died with my other dog, Homer. Homer was my best friend, and it wasn't easy when he passed. I had had him since I was 13, and unfortunately when I was 27, his legs gave out and he had to be put down. During the times when I needed him the most, he was there. He was there for cuddles. I would sometimes just go over to where he was sleeping and lie beside him on the floor and curl into him, and he'd just sit there. I miss my homie. I miss my home dog. He was a beautiful boy. He didn't have much brains for a golden retriever. I mean, he was a golden retriever. Golden retrievers aren't really known for their brain power. But he brought me comfort at a time when I needed it the most. And then when I was probably 17, not 17, Squirt's actually 15 now. So probably when I was 18 or 19, my mum and sister brought this home from the pet shop. So Squirt is a 15-year-old Chihuahua, and he may be a pain in the backside sometimes, aren't you? But he's still a good cuddle buddy. When the chips are down and you have a frown, doggy cuddles, regardless of the breed, is something that really does help. You're my little Chihuahua. You're a little choo-choos. Yes, you are. You're a Chihuahua. By the way, it's been 9 years since Homie left us. And to end things off with, let's go with something totally different. So my last one for you today is random travel days. Sometimes just getting out of the house and going on an adventure can bring you comfort and joy. I mean, I go all around Sydney most days. Oh, I wish I could. The furthest I've gone in one direction is Circular Quay, and on the other direction, probably Richmond. Oh no, there was a random time that the disability group I was in decided for a random planning day to go to somewhere along the Blue Mountains line. And for those outside of Australia, doing that during winter in one of those old mountain trains that is actually the disabled seating sections one side, then you've got a door going into the small compartments. Doing that during winter, I think it was like Blackheath. I can't remember. It was Blackheath, I think. It was near Springwood. Anyway, that one wasn't a fun one, but usually I just pick somewhere random to go and have fun with it. I actually, once spring hits, which when I'm recording this, it's actually the 30th of August. So this is going up on the first day of spring. So when things start warming up a bit, especially at night, I'm going to be doing weekend travels again, hopefully. Not every weekend, of course, but just random travel days. Pick somewhere on a map, see if the area is wheelchair accessible, because some stations still don't have lifts or elevators. So, yeah. Random travel days, just sitting on a train and going somewhere you haven't been before or you have been before is actually fun and, in my case, a bit relaxing. So there you have it. There are some of the things that give me comfort when I'm feeling down or frustrated, and it just helps me come down from that space. The video I have linked for you today are some of my pros and cons on the NDIS here on Australia, as well as a random video. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.